The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Lions and the Steelers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making the Pro Bowl in his second season. But what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, his throw incomplete. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Setting up the screen, Harris. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker T.J. Watt there on the coverage. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. Oh, what a move. 8 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Shifts past him at the 45. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Trubisky. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. But both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them. All right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, this is Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 21-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Swift. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded right at the goal line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything defense, they don't even want to see.